Will Smith stood up in front of a global tech crowd and called Elon Musk dangerous. What happened next? Nobody was ready for it. He accused Elon Musk of risking humanity and then joined him. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more real-world confrontations that turn into something much bigger. This one? It sparks a global movement. It was a packed tech conference in downtown San Francisco. LED lights pulsed blue, the hum of drones and charging cables filled the air, and the energy was electric. Then Will Smith stepped onto the stage. Dressed in a sleek black jacket, his expression was sharp, voice steady, but burning. "Elon Musk," he said, turning to face the audience, "your unchecked AI projects are putting humanity at risk. You keep pushing forward, but where are the brakes?" Gasps, whispers. A software engineer gripped her tablet tighter. Front row, Elon Musk sat calmly, hands folded in his lap. He wore a plain black shirt, his eyes steady. "Mr. Smith," he replied evenly, "we're not racing out of control. We're building systems to keep AI aligned with humanity." Will shook his head. "Aligned? Neuralink, XAI. They're expanding faster than regulation can keep up." A hush fell across the room. One data scientist whispered, "This just got real." Elon slowly stood, lifting a tablet. "Then allow me to explain what we've built." Smith raised an eyebrow. The audience leaned in. What Elon would reveal next might calm the storm, or ignite it. Is fear stronger than truth? Or will one revelation shift the world's entire direction? The air in the auditorium tightened. All eyes locked on Elon Musk as he stepped into the center of the stage, tablet in hand. "Mr. Smith," he said, calmly but firmly, "we've developed a real-time ethical alignment protocol built directly into XAI's neural decision systems." He tapped the screen. A simulation launched behind him, vibrant, fluid, stunning. It showed an AI system processing decisions, traffic lights, drone deliveries, financial approvals, each action paused and evaluated through a human values matrix. "This system," Elon continued, "ensures every AI action is cross-checked against principles of fairness, safety, and emotional impact." A hush. A data scientist whispered, "This is next level." Will Smith crossed his arms, eyes narrowed. "But is it enough?" Elon didn't flinch. "We've also created something else," he said. "A global oversight board, independent, transparent, with authority to intervene." Gasps echoed through the hall. On screen, a world map lit up. Nodes showing public access review points, open protocols, and audit trails. Will blinked. The skepticism in his voice cracked just a little. "You're sharing power?" Elon nodded. "No one should control AI alone. That's how we all lose." The crowd murmured, shifting from tension to curiosity. A teenage student clapped softly, then others joined. Applause rose, hesitant, then thunderous. Will looked up at the glowing simulation, his defenses melting. This could actually work," he muttered, sipping water. But in the quiet swell of applause, one question pulsed in every mind. Is this just a clever defense, or the first sign of a global awakening? The applause faded, but the weight in the room remained. Will Smith stared at the simulation screen, still glowing with possibilities. "Mr. Musk," he said slowly, voice lower than before, "I may have rushed to judgment." The crowd stilled. Some turned to each other in surprise. Elon nodded gently. "That's not a flaw, Mr. Smith. That's leadership." Will let out a quiet breath and smiled, not wide, but honest. "Okay then, what comes next?" Elon closed his tablet and stepped forward. "We make it bigger," he said. "A global movement." He looked out over the crowd. "We launch something called the Global Safety Initiative, a framework for responsible AI, built on ethics, guarded by transparency, shared by everyone." Will's eyes lit up. He grabbed a notepad, scribbling. "And it won't just be engineers behind closed doors," Elon added. "It'll be teachers, parents, students, creators, all at the table." The audience rose again, not in protest, but in solidarity. Hashtags popped on screen. #SafeAI for all, #Elon and Will, Fast the shift, Will turned to the crowd. You heard him. We build this together. Then he looked at Elon. I'm in. They shook hands, firm, unified. A standing ovation erupted, but through the clapping and camera flashes, a deeper current flowed beneath the surface. Was this just the birth of a new idea, or the beginning of a shared responsibility for all of us? Weeks later, San Francisco was humming with new energy. Green flags bearing Safe AI for All waved from balconies, billboards, and bike helmets. Sidewalk cafes buzzed with debates not about celebrities, but about algorithmic fairness and data rights. At a sunlit public plaza, hundreds gathered for the first Safe AI Community Summit. Will Smith stood center stage in a lightweight blazer, looking out over a sea of faces. Students, engineers, teachers, parents. Elon didn't convince me with code, he told them. He convinced me with purpose. The crowd roared. Elon Musk stood beside him, dressed simply, holding his coffee like a compass. Will's challenge made this possible, Elon said, because real progress starts with the courage to question. Behind them, massive screens displayed new certification programs, ethics in AI, human-aligned design, transparent deployment. A software developer held up a certificate. I just finished the AI safety course. I rewrote my entire platform. A kid in a robotics hoodie shouted, now my AI talks about feelings. X lit up again. This is what hope looks like. Will plus Elon equals real change. In an interview later that day, Smith smiled into the camera. This isn't about control. It's about collaboration. The camera panned back to the plaza, where people shook hands, traded ideas, and built open-source tools in real time. But as the sun set behind the skyline, was this the dawn of a safer future? Or just a beautiful moment before the next wave of risk?
6 months later, the Global Safety Initiative was no longer just a concept. It was a living system. Inside XAI's flagship innovation hub, classrooms buzzed with ethical coding workshops. VR headsets trained students in AI risk scenarios, and digital dashboards monitored AI behavior in real time, accessible to the public. On a sleek, sunlit stage, Will Smith adjusted his mic and looked out at a global summit audience spanning 5 continents. Elon, he said, turning to his co-host with a smile, this is extraordinary. Elon Musk nodded, checking a tablet displaying live participation stats. Only because we built it with people, not above them. Behind them, the screen displayed real numbers. 12 countries adopting AI safety standards, 400,000 certified ethical developers, 1.3 billion people impacted. In the audience, a teenage girl held up a circuit board shaped like a heart. Will, she shouted, my AI knows empathy now. Laughter and applause followed. Will leaned into the mic. This isn't just the future of technology, he said. It's the future of trust. X exploded once again. Musk and Smith deliver. The revolution has a code and a conscience. Backstage, Elon looked over at Will. Remember when you said I was moving too fast? Will grinned. Turns out, I was thinking too small. They bumped fists. No spotlight, no drama, just mutual respect. But as the summit wrapped, one quiet truth lingered in every hallway and headline. Was this a peak, or just the foundation for the future we all deserve? 1 year later, at a quiet XAI retreat center just outside Austin, the world felt far away, but its future was quietly being protected here. Inside a sun-drenched cafe, Elon Musk, wearing a black hoodie, sipping from a white mug, sat across from Will Smith, relaxed, notebook in hand, flipping through the first annual report from the Global Safety Initiative. We reduced risk levels in 17 AI infrastructures worldwide, Will read aloud. Elon smiled. And we did it with transparency, not control. A group of young engineers passed by the window, wearing green shirts labeled Safe AI Crew. One of them looked in, did a double take, and mouthed, "Is that really them?" Will saw it and laughed. "Guess we're urban legends now." Elon slid a small object across the table, a metallic pin shaped like a shield, with a glowing green core. "This is for you," he said. "The first person who ever called me out, and then stayed to help build something better." Will turned the pin in his hand. "You made this?" Elon shook his head. "No, we made this." Outside, a digital billboard lit up. Safe AI is human-first AI.
A quiet camera flash caught the two men smiling. No speech, no spotlight, just shared purpose. Now it's your turn. What will you do to make the future safer, fairer, and built for everyone? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe if you believe progress without safety isn't progress at all.